Hey guys, Civilord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Iron Man Retro Series She-Hulk. It's of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro. And for those of you not in the know, no, She-Hulk was not released as a part of the Iron Man action figure line brought to us by the fine folks over at Toy Biz way back when. I believe she was in the Incredible Hulk line that came out around the same time. So, same time, different line. That rhymed. Not sure why. That said, if anything, we should have got her on that card or a Fantastic Four card. I'm sure we'll get a Fantastic Four costume version of this figure on that card at some point. Fingers crossed it'll come with some parts we can swap with this one, because as far as accessories go, when we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all She-Hulk has to offer in terms of that, starting off with a pair of alternate kind of open grabby hands here. I guess could be useful if she wants to throw someone off a building. That got violent. Speaking of violence, she does come with an assault rifle, but it is mangled up and tangled up knots. I don't know where that came from. Either way, it is a jack to heck. Hit puberty there for a minute. Assault rifle, and to be honest with you, I would have preferred a PO'd looking head sculpt instead. Just saying. Even if it means we'd have to swap the hair onto it, because I know she's got a lot of hair, and if I turn it around you can see she's got a lot of hair almost down to her butt crack. That's probably about as long as my girlfriend's. But yeah, really bussin', and I mean bussin' looking figure. All new sculpt from head to toe. Kind of surprised they didn't reuse the arms from the Savage She-Hulk figure, because those were just bare arms. But if I'm not mistaken, this figure's a little bigger than that one, so I guess it makes sense that they went all out. So as far as articulation goes, she's not going to get much in the head. She doesn't have a disc hinge either. If I pop this off, I can pop this off. There you go. It's just the double ball peg, but Hasbro sucks at giving us these and has corrupted you guys into thinking these are useless. They're not. It's just Hasbro can't do them right. Let's look at that head sculpt for a minute. Pretty good head sculpt for this character. Looks attractive, but you know, she doesn't look like any sort of pushover or anything. I wouldn't want to tick her off. Wouldn't want to tick off any Hulk. Are you kidding me? But as far as the arms go, they can go out about this far. You can go down, rotate all the way around. Nice tight clicky joints, but not too tight to where it feels like it's warping stuff. That's good. She has a bicep swivel. These were a little gummy on a package. I used some soap, for lack of a better term, to lubricate mine, so it's nice and butter smooth, but not loose. She does have a double elbow, and I've seen some people complain that the elbows don't match the rest of the arm. Newsflash, when you mold stuff out of two different types of plastic, that's going to be difficult to do unless you go and paint it yourself, so that doesn't bother me. I really don't notice it anyways, because hashtag visually impaired, but I digress. She does have a swivel and a hinge in the wrist. Nice matte finish on the skin, by the way. Not so sure about the torso. I think that's got a little gloss to it, but the legs and the arms, for what it's worth, have a nice matte finish to them, and I like that quite a bit. As far as the legs go, she could do the splits better than freaking Spider-Man. She doesn't have a drop-down hip. Yeah. Wondering about that. She can kick pretty high too. I mean, look at the size of these thighs and her bupkis back here. This proves you don't need a drop down hip, but what we do need to do is go over the torso, because this is where the figure suffers a bit. She does not have the best crunch forward at all. It is very limited, and back is not much better. I thought this, nope, that is as far as that goes. That kind of sucks. She does have the swivel though. Feels like she's got a wrinkle. It's a wrinkle. I thought it was a belt around her waist. Maybe they could have hit something down here, but I'm kind of glad they didn't, because I like the diaphragm joints when done well, that is. She does have a thigh cut. Go all the way around. Double knee. Works fine. Nothing was too tight out of the package either. So that's good. Boot cut. Again, these were a little gummy on mine, but I used some soap for, again, lack of a better term, to lubricate. And now they are butter smooth. So I really like that. And then she does have a hinge in the foot with a rocker. Not the tightest hinge on this side, but this side's a lot better. A lot better. Let me check this. Yeah, that seems to be working okay. And this arm was a little gummy earlier. Everything works great. So, really like this figure, man. Really, really like this figure. I'm a big Hulk guy, though. I'm looking forward to the new Scar that'll be coming out later this year. Actually, in a couple months is the time I'm posting and recording this. So, very stoked for my Agents of Smash to be almost completed. Because after these two, we just need A-Bomb, right? And kind of surprised we haven't gotten an updated Abomination either, come to think of it. So, yeah, man. Love this figure. Think she came out great. Probably the star of the wave, if I had to guess, because she seems to have the most work put into her. That said, something to note, when you get this figure, she's going to be doing, for lack of a better term, the spread eagle like this in the box, because she's so dang tall, and we're gonna see how tall she is compared to some other figures in just a moment here, because with all that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at the aforementioned size comparisons. First up, and while I don't have any Hulk-related characters handy, I do have the two villains from the recently released Iron Man Retro Series Wave. We have Ivan Whiplash Vanko, aka Black Lash, and Count Nefario, whatever the heck his name is. I've never heard of him before this wave. But as you can see, She-Hulk is definitely no slouch. She could, for sure, knock the crap out of these two if she wanted to. So why don't we get them out of here before things get ugly. Setting them aside. Making room for our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulas. Who might look superior as far as aesthetics go, but definitely no comparison as far as height goes. That's it. This is the one I'm curious about, the Elephant Spawn, who usually towers over everyone, but I don't think he's going to be doing that today. Actually, they're about neck and neck. Goes to show you how small Marvel Legends scale, I guess. So, with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fact that I would have much rather have gotten an alternate head with an angrier expression over the dinged up assault rifle, I think this version of the She-Hulk is a very fine addition to anyone's Marvel Legends collection, especially if you're building a classic Marvel Universe display. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.